And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We got a great special Thanksgiving Day show for everybody out there. I know it's Thanksgiving and it's the holidays and I got to get out of here too, and I get it, folks, but we got football on. We got to talk the football games today. So today on the show, all we're going to be doing is doing our NBA Daily 10. Got to keep up with the NBA, predicting and reacting to the Week 12 NFL lines besides Thursday's games. We already did that. We are going to make our official picks for every single game. We got an exclusive 3-game parlay for y'all today with the 3 NFL games. So we've got all that on the show. Not a lot of time. So let's get to 10 minutes on the clock for NBA Daily 10. And start the show right here. All right, here we go. Next 10 minutes of uninterrupted basketball talk of what happened yesterday in the NBA starts right now. All right, tons of games in the NBA on last night, so we got to go through these quickly. First one up, Suns at the Cavs, and the Suns win, but the Cavs kept it really close. Once again, we love this Cavs team. We're loving that they're so competitive, even though they lost Colin Sexton for the year. But Suns win 120-115. Very well done for this Cavs team, keeping it close. Jared Allen back in the starting lineup. Love seeing it. 25 points, 11 rebounds. Darius Garland, 19 points. And then we had Lauri Markkanen, 14 points and 11 rebounds as well. But look at this. Off the bench, absolutely fantastic. Ricky Rubio, 15 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Magnificent. Kevin Love, 14 points, 8 rebounds. This man is coming off the bench here for this Cavs team and absolutely balling out. And then C.D. Osman, we've seen great performances by him this season, and last night was no exception. 23 points, 4 rebounds. So love that this Cavs team is so competitive and really solid. This is a solid team. They just have to start beating some of the upper echelon teams in the NBA, but they are working on that. It's still early on in the season, and we are still buying this Cavs team. Suns get another win out here. What is this? 14 straight now. Just absolutely unbelievable. Devin Booker, 35 points. Chris Paul, 17 points, 12 assists. DeAndre Ayton, 16 points, 9 rebounds. Everybody doing classic Suns things. So Suns get the 5-point win, but the Cavs, folks, don't sleep on this Cavs team. You sleep on this Cavs team. We sleep on you. We love this Cavs team. Unfortunately, they lose, but well done. Suns win 120-115. All right, then we get the Lakers at the Pacers, and Lay Snitch out in full effect. No, we're not going to call him Lay Snitch. I mean, he was getting heckled and harassed. He had every right to grab the ref and be like, get these clowns out of here. We stand with LeBron. LeBron gets the win 124-116. First game back out here from his 1-game suspension, and they get it done in overtime. LeBron James, 39 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. Great night. Russell Westbrook, 20 points, 5 assists, 7 rebounds, a plus 14 on the floor in 39 minutes and only 4 turnovers. Give respect to Russell Westbrook. And then Malik Monk, thank goodness, finally a great game by Malik Monk. What we've wanted to see all season long from Malik Monk in this Lakers team. Malik Monk off the bench, 17 points, 8 rebounds, a plus 15 on floor. Will absolutely take that. Carmelo did Carmelo things, 14 points, and Wayne Ellington with 14 points as well. LeBron James is back in this Lakers team. He's trying to get rolling. Oh, and did we mention there was no Anthony Davis last night? Yes, sir. They still get the win. Now, they only beat the Pacers, but hey, it's a win. It's a win. We're not going to knock it. This Pacers team loses again like we know they do. Sabonis, 14 points, 12 rebounds. Karis LeVert, 10 points only, 0 of 3 from 3, 38%. Malcolm Brogdon led the team in scoring, 28.7 rebounds. It's just this Pacers team. Everything looks good. I mean, look at all these players with double-digit scoring points. Justin Holiday, 16 points. Sabonis, 14 points. Miles Turner, 12 points. Karis LeVert, 10 points. Malcolm Brogdon, 28 points. Chris Durante off the bench, 17 points. And TJ McConnell, 10 points. That is 7 players in total with double-digit points. And then we had Torrey Craig with 7. So that was almost 8 players out of the 9 players that played in double-digit points, but they lose the game. Classic Indiana Pacers. Lakers get the win. All right, then we get the Hornets at the Magic, and the Hornets win by 7, 106-99. Good game here by the Heat, kept it close. No Cole Anthony, and they kept it close. How crazy is that? So well done for the Magic for keeping it close, but Hornets did their thing. LaMelo Ball, 22 points, fantastic. Terry Rozier led the team in scoring 27 points, and then Kelly Oubre off the bench. Yes, we love this. Kelly Oubre Jr. off the bench here, 21 points, 41% shooting. We'll take it, a plus 16 on the floor. Kelly Oubre Jr. off the bench is fantastic for this Hornets team. They get the win. All right, then we get the Nets at the Celtics, and the Nets kind of blow them out. Jaylen Brown is back here, and they lose the game. Coincidence, correlation, folks? The Celtics are better without Jaylen Brown. I don't get it. We don't understand it. We don't like saying it, but it's the truth. Dennis Schroeder coming off the bench, only 10 points. He had 6 assists, 6 rebounds, which is good, but he didn't shoot well, 30%. And we've seen Dennis Schroeder, when he's in the starting lineup, get great production when Jaylen Brown's been out. So maybe the Celtics, looking at the trade deadline, get rid of Jaylen Brown. Your team seems to win without him and lose with him. It doesn't make any sense. He's their second best player on the team, but it doesn't result in the win. So I don't get it, but that's what we're seeing in the win-loss column. Jaylen Brown on the floor, loss. Jaylen Brown out, win. I don't know what to tell you, but the Celtics lose. Nets get the win here. Kevin Durant, 21 points. We got Patty Mills back in the starting lineup. Love seeing Patty Mills in this Nets starting lineup. It just works so well. They don't even need Kyrie Irving with him on the floor, I'm saying. James Harden goes 20 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 11 rebounds. 11 assists, 7 rebounds. Patty Mills, 23 points. Fantastic. Nets get the win. Next game up, we get Bulls at the Rockets, and the Bulls lose? Come on, Bulls. What are we doing? Lonzo Ball, 19 points. He had 5 assists, 5 rebounds. Shot well, 5 of 7 from the 3. Unfortunately, cannot pull out a win. DeMar DeRozan, 17 points. Zach LaVine, 28 points. Vucevic, even back, 14 points, 13 rebounds, and it was just not enough to beat the elite Rockets. Oh, you know why the Rockets won? Because who wasn't in the starting lineup? Daniel Tice. Coach's decision not to play him. Thank goodness. Daniel Tice ruins teams. It's unfortunate, but that's exactly what we're seeing. Just like we're seeing with Jaylen Brown on the floor playing for the Celtics. Whenever Daniel Tice is on the floor, the Rockets lose. Whenever he's not on the floor, they win. They move Christian Wood to the 5. Do not play this man at the 4. Play this man at the 5 like they did last night. 16 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. Fantastic. Kevin Porter Jr., 14 points. Off the bench, some great productions. Daniel House Jr., 18 points. Garrison Matthews, 12 points. And Alperen Sengun, 13 points, 4 rebounds. So Bulls lose for some reason, but Rockets didn't play Daniel Tice, so I'm sure that's why. All right, then when the next game up here, we get Raptors at the Grizzlies, and the Raptors get back on track here with the win, winning 126-113. What do we got here for the Raptors? Fred VanVleet, 23 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds. Fantastic night. Gary Trent Jr. led the team in scoring. Fantastic. 26 points, 4 assists. Pascal Siakam, 17 points, 7 rebounds. A great night by him as well. And then Precious Achiuwa, 17 points and a plus 28 on the floor. Sheesh. And then rookie, shout out to him, Scotty Barnes, 17 points, 9 rebounds. So the starting lineup got it done there for the Raptors, like we know they can get it done. Full, healthy lineup, love seeing it. And then for the Grizzlies, just another loss. This Grizzlies team, it's not great. It's a solid, average-ish team. It's unfortunate they got some great players. John Morant, 23 points, 9 assists. Unfortunate with the loss there. Desmond Bane, 20 points. Steven Adams at the 5, 2 points, 6 rebounds on 3 shots, doing his thing. And then Dylan Brooks, 20 points. Unfortunately, not enough to beat this Raptors team. Raptors get the win, 126-113. All right, then we get the Pistons in the Bucks. We need to talk about the Pistons. Of course not. They get blown out, 114-93 for the Bucks. Still no Brook Lopez, but they're still rocking with Bobby Portis at the 5. No problem. 28 points, 10 rebounds for Bobby Portis. Grayson Allen, a bad night. 3 points on 6 shots, 1 of 4 from the 3. But he was still plus 17 on the floor. And, he's just a luxury piece for this Bucks team. You got Drew Holiday, 22 points, 6 assists, 8 rebounds. Giannis, obviously your number 1 go-to scorer, 33 points, 7 rebounds. And then Chris Middleton, your kind of number 2, you're already established number 2, Robin to the Batman, if you will. We all remember the discussions last season where was Chris Middleton Batman and Giannis Robin. What an absolute blasphemous thing for y'all to say. Y'all said that. I'm gonna hold y'all to that. Y'all said that. We never said that. But yeah, Grayson Allen out here, he had one bad night. That's it. The team rolls without him, no problem, and they get the win. And then for this Pistons team, who did good? We had the leading scorer, Trey Lyles, off the bench. If your leading scorer is Trey Lyles, you are bound to lose the game. Jeremy Grant, 13 points. Sadiq Bey, 13 points. They tried their damnedest, I guess. Unfortunately, not enough. All right, then we get the Heat at the Timberwolves, and oh my goodness, we knew Anthony Edwards was great, folks, but holy moly, this man is just continuing to wow. He's got the wowza factor, folks, truly. Anthony Edwards, 33 points, 14 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, a plus 19 on the floor, sheesh. And he had one big posterizing dunk. I'm sure if you were on Twitter, you saw, because it was a murder, folks, an absolute murder, a murder in the NBA. There's been a murder on the floor. A sir has been murdered And Anthony Edwards is the main suspect, and he actually did do it because we got that man in 4K dunking and killing everybody. So Anthony Edwards, absolutely fantastic. Karl Anthony Towns, 11 points, 4 assists, 6 rebounds. D'Angelo Russell, 20 points, 6 assists. So the big three getting it done. But then Malik Beasley off the bench, 29 points. Absolutely fantastic contribution there to put the Minnesota Timberwolves over the edge of beating this Heat team. This Heat team, they lost. A little bit of an unfortunate night. Everybody good in their starting lineup. Kyle Lowry, 7 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds. Duncan Robinson, 17 points. A pretty solid night by him. And not defensively, a minus 26 on the floor, but a solid point production right there. Bam Adebayo led the team in scoring with 18 points. Jimmy Butler, 16 points, 5 assists, 8 rebounds. And then Tyler Hero off the bench, even 16 points. He wasn't that efficient. 4 of 11 from 3, 27% on 18 shots. Unfortunately, just come up a little bit small in the back-to-back. All right, then we get the Wizards at the Pelicans. Pelicans get the big win here, 127-102. Wizards lose again. We'll start here with Kyle Kuzma, only 7 points, and he only took 4 shots, so not that aggressive. That is our 10 minutes, and we still got games to go. So let's just we got to quickly end this here. Montrezl Harrell off the bench, 10 points. And then for the Pelicans, Brandon Ingram, 26 points. Valanciunas, 21 points, 11 rebounds. So the big dynamic duo there in New Orleans getting it done. All right, the last 4 games going through absolute very quickly, warp speed, if you will. Jazz at the Thunder. Jazz get the win 110-104. We don't need to talk about this is not a great matchup. I mean, the Thunder aren't a complete team, so the Jazz beating them, we can skip it. Hawks at the Spurs, same thing. Hawks get back on track. This is a game they should win. The Spurs, they're not the real deal. We thought maybe they were, maybe the first week, maybe 2 weeks, but they're not the real deal. Hawks get the big win 124-106. Then we get the 76ers at the Warriors, and this was a really good game here, but the Warriors, win because there's still no Joel Embiid. So, yes, the 76ers lose, but we're not weighing this very heavy because, once again, they're not at their full strength. But Warriors get the win 116-96. Let's shout out some players here on the 76ers team quickly. Tyrese Maxey, 19 points, 5 assists. Seth Curry, 24 points. So they got it done. They just don't have their main man of Joel Embiid, who really just kind of brings everybody together. And then for the Warriors, you got Steph Curry, 25 points, 10 assists. You get Jordan Poole still doing absolutely magnificent, 17 points. Andrew Wiggins, the most underrated, disrespected player in the NBA. So gosh inconsistent. I saw a tweet, maybe like last week. I didn't bring it up on the show, but it was like an NBA account, an official NBA account, like NBA, NBA.com, NBA on TNT, one of those accounts. They were saying, like, is Andrew Wiggins underrated? It's like, yes, of course. Have you not been watching this, man? We've been saying that Andrew Wiggins has been underrated all last season. You're about a year and a half late, my man. Of course, Andrew Wiggins. He's so gosh dang consistent. I mean, show me the last time this man did not score like 14 points for this Warriors team on pretty efficient shooting. I think it dates back to like when he wasn't on this Warriors team. So very well done to Andrew Wiggins. Absolutely fantastic. Warriors get the win. And then the last game of last night, Blazers at the Kings, and the Kings get the win, 125-121 over the Blazers. Unfortunately, Damian Lillard had a pretty solid night, not efficient from 3 of 12 from 3, but he had 32 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds. Unfortunate. Norman Powell, 22 points. Nurkic, 28 points, 17 rebounds. And CJ McCollum's 13 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. Just unfortunately not enough to beat a streaking Kings team. Yes, sir. Buddy Hield led the team in scoring off the bench. Once again, off the bench. What are they doing with Buddy Hield? They're winning with him. He's one of their best players, but will they trade him? He's not in the starting lineup. We still don't know what the overall plans here for the Kings with Buddy Hield is, but still off the bench, 22 points, 5 of 11 from 3. Classic performance by Buddy Hield. De'Aaron Fox, 21 points, 6 assists. Davion Mitchell, 16 points off the bench. He's still, acclimating to the league and getting better here. So, the Kings get a win here over the Blazers. We don't think this Blazers team is the real deal, and we saw that last night getting beat by a Kings team that just fired their head coach. Alrighty, that is all the NBA that we needed to go over for today. So now let's shift gears a little bit and start talking about the Week 12 matchups in the NFL. We're going to go through and predict all the Week 12 lines. The Sunday games, we already predicted the lines for Thursday night's game, and we're going to make our Thursday day game picks after this segment here. But let's see, can we find the disrespectful value in what Vegas is serving up here on this Thanksgiving Day weekend coming up? So we're going to go through all the matchups, briefly touch on them. We're going to go decently quickly through this, but we got to get our thoughts and our overall predictions of what we believe the spread is going to be, what it should be, and see what Vegas puts it at to see if we're getting any great disrespectful value that we can cash in on this weekend after we already cash out on Thursday, today's games, because we got the 3-team parlay exclusive. This is exclusive right here. We're going to go exclusive on it. So once you cash out tonight, you re-roll that into the disrespect on Sunday's action. You get it, folks? That's how you make money. Do you all ever sit around and be like, how do people get money? This is how people make and get money, folks. So listen up and buckle up because it's coming. Here we go. First game from Sunday, we get Bucks at the Colts, and I'm not ready to buy that this Colts team is the real deal. Now, we may be able to get some great value here by Vegas if they're overvaluing the Colts. I love the Colts running game. It's the real deal. Jonathan Taylor's the real deal. Their entire running back by committee is the real deal. Their offensive line is the real deal. I do not believe in Carson Wentz. I believe in Carson Wentz if he throws 20 or less passes a game, which we just saw last week, but I don't think with Frank Reich, who has an emotional bond with Carson Wentz, is going to let Carson Wentz kind of stand idly by and not actively be participating in this Colts potential Super Bowl run. I'm not buying it. So I'm still not buying this Colts team heading into this week. They're at home, a great green spot, but just what happened last time they were at home? They let the Jaguars come back. Come on. This Bucs team, as long as Tom Brady doesn't turn over the ball, this is one of the best teams in the league. When Tom Brady turns over the ball, usually it's close games, but at the end of the day, it's still Tom Brady throwing, turning the ball over 2 or 3 times a game, and they're still literally losing by like one possession. It's kind of incredible what Tom Brady can get away with in this league over and over and over again, year after year, decade after decade, century after century. But Bucks at Colts, I'm gonna predict this one. I'm not buying this Colts team just quite yet. I'm gonna predict this one Bucks -5, and we'll see if it's Colts like -3 just because they're at home and we get 3 points with the Bucks. Ooh, that's fantastic value. We'll see if Vegas is gonna have great value, disrespectful value. We'll see what they have, but we call it Bucks -5. All right, then we get the Jets at the Texans, and we get Zach Wilson back this week. Okay, I'd rather have Mike White, but we digress. Texans, this is a real legit team, folks. With Tyrod Taylor, this is a real legit team. We've been saying this since week 2 when Tyrod Taylor wasn't in, and they lose their first game. We know this is Tyrod Taylor's team, and they work better with him because he can move the ball, which improves the defense, and this is a solid defense. Forcing all those turnovers and getting in the head of Ryan Tannehill. Texans at home, Jets on the road. Jets struggling here. Zach Wilson maybe trying to do a little bit too much this week to try to be like, hey, y'all were clamoring over Mike White, and y'all were kind of liking what Joe Flacco was doing. I have to go and actively show the fans, hey, I can ball too. And I think that's going to get Zach Wilson in a little bit of trouble. I'm calling this one Texans -3, right on the line right here. We could potentially get some good value. I don't think Vegas is going to disrespect the Texans here, but we'll call it Texans -3, and I think I would have no problem swallowing those 3 points. All right, then we get the Eagles at the Giants here. Loving this Eagles team. This Giants team just fired Jason Garrett, which was the right decision. Unfortunate. But Freddie Kitchens, that's your replacement? Why get rid of Jason Garrett if you're just going to bring in Freddie Kitchens? That's like trading garbage for more garbage. The point of trading garbage is to get rid of garbage, not to acquire the same amount or more garbage than you had. So, Giants are just absolutely floundering here. I don't see Freddie Kitchens turning around this offense. And we are loving this Eagles team, folks. We've been telling you all about this Eagles team for the last 5-6 weeks. This is a real, legitimate team that is going to be a hell of a team down the stretch to be competing for a playoff spot. They got 5 wins. They're right in the thick of the playoff race, and I expect this Eagles team to make a wild card. Maybe, folks. Very, very high maybe. If the Cowboys continue to struggle, which we don't think, the Eagles could potentially make a run for the division. But we think it's just going to be a wild card. So, Eagles at the Giants here. Loving this Eagles team. I'm calling this one Eagles -6.5. Give them the credit they deserve, Vegas, and make this a tough value for us to kind of figure it out. We'll call this one Eagles -6.5, and hopefully Vegas thinks the same way because Nick Sirianni's got this team playing offense, running, passing, using the quarterback in every single way. The defense taking the ball, getting turnovers, making it hard to score. Sheesh, I'm loving this Eagles team as a whole. And Nick Sirianni deserves a ton A legit ton. 2,000 pounds worth of credit, folks. Get it done. Eagles -6.5. All right, then we get the Panthers at the Dolphins. We're not buying Cam Newton, folks. We're not buying the man. Unfortunate here. This Dolphins defense is what it was last season, which is great to see. Oh, and we'll talk about this a little bit more on tomorrow's show. Phillip Lindsay to the Dolphins. Oh, my sheesh. I was not expecting that, but I'll take that. Phillip Lindsay, the best running back in the NFL? Yes, I've said that. The best running back in the NFL. Respect Phillip Lindsay, folks. Now that Derrick Henry's down, the best running back in the NFL is open for discussion, and Phillip Lindsay is ready to enter that discussion. Love Phillip Lindsay to the Dolphins. So Tua stepping up, getting better every single week, which is great to see because he's already been great. So greatness getting better. I mean, sheesh, that's what we're all about here. Dolphins defense will pretty much be able to handle Cam Newton. I would say no problem. Panthers defense is real solid, may be able to keep the game a little bit close here, but I'm going to call this one Dolphins -5. This defense is rolling as of late. It's infectious to the offense. We're getting more aggressive. We've got 4 wins, reestablished ourselves in a potential playoff run, wild card run, potentially. It's going to be tough, but I think the Dolphins could potentially pull it off here going into week 17, 18. Panthers, it's just we can't believe in Cam Newton. His offense is good. He ran the offense really solidly last week, really efficient, didn't turn over the ball. The running game, magnificent. But what happened? They still lost, ended up still losing. So this Panthers team, even if everything's going good offensively, and it's going to be tough against this Dolphins defense, they still don't do enough to win the game. We love the Cam Newton story. Can't buy the player. We'll take it. Dolphins -5. All right, next game up here, Titans at the Patriots, and this is going to be a doozy of a game. Cannot wait for this game. This is going to prove, are the Titans the real deal or not? We don't think they are. We told y'all to start fading the Titans. We had to do it a little bit earlier than expected. We thought we were going to have to fade the Titans heading into this week, or kind of like around this time when we start talking about week 12, but their loss to the Texans, we had to sell them a little bit earlier than we were thinking. This Patriots defense is the real deal. They take away the best thing that you do. Now that you have no running game, who are they going to take away? I mean, A.J. Brown, you don't have Julio Jones, so now Ryan Tannehill has to do even more. We know he's an above average game manager. We compare Ryan Tannehill to Baker Mayfield. They need a couple pieces around them, but if they have a couple of pieces around them, they could lead you to the Super Bowl. They've got no problem doing that. We just saw Ryan Tannehill lead this Titans team to the AFC Championship game 2 years ago, folks. It was a real solid performance, but unfortunately, he just can't do enough when he's the main man, when all the pressure's on him, plus he's going in on the road. Good luck, Titans. I don't think you're going to get it done. I kind of wished Phillip Lindsay went to the Titans so they could reestablish themselves as a dominant force in the AFC, but no Phillip Lindsay, no running game. Ryan Tannehill has to do it all. We just saw when he had to do it all last week, 4 turnovers. What are we doing? What are we doing? Patriots are rocking and rolling with Mac Jones. Now, the Titans defense may be able to keep this game a little bit close, but at the end of the day, Ryan Tannehill was throwing all those picks at home. He has to go into Foxborough. Bill Belichick's going to make it a tough, and he knows Ryan Tannehill. He was with the Dolphins. He knows Ryan Tannehill real easy peasy, can figure him out, knows what he does well. So it's going to be a tough game for the Titans. We're going to call this one Patriots -4.5. 4.5. All right, then we get the Steelers at the Bangles here. The Steelers team, absolutely nothing. Bengals got back on track, winning off the bye last week against the Raiders, looking real good. Division matchup, Bengals at home. Probably should be a classic AFC North division battle. Just can't see the Steelers offense rolling. They're never rolling. And this is what we said in the beginning of the season. If they weren't rolling in the beginning of the season, we can't buy them at the back half of the season because we know Big Ben's arm is just going to get worse and worse and worse and diminish and get worse over time, and they have never gotten their offense figured out in the first half of the season. We're not buying them in the back half. Bengals here at home, we'll call it Bengals -3.5. Now, the Steelers team, their defense should be back to almost full strength. Minka Fitzpatrick is back, which they're definitely going to need here, but Bengals, they're getting it done. They're kind of rolling here, and we'll just call it Bengals -3.5. All right, then we get the Falcons at the Jags. Alrighty, two bad teams. Holy moly. Falcons, we'll see. Is Cordell Patterson good to go this week? That's really the one key factor that we're going to take into account on this spread. If he is good to go, that's like their only thing offensively that works. He's the receiver, he's the rusher, he's everything. So what do we got with Cordell Patterson? We get questionable. I think he may go, folks. I think everybody's kind of murmuring, a little bit of murmurs out there that he is going to be able to play. So we're going to assume that Cordell Patterson is going to be playing this week. But with this Jaguars offense, I mean, Trevor Lawrence, the TLs, Trey Lance, Trevor Lawrence, LaDainian Tomlinson, that's flipped. All the LTs, TLs, whatever you want to call it. But Trevor Lawrence out here, his offense is not good. He's a decent passer, and he's showing glimpses of really good success and throwing the ball deep and accurate and all that. But overall, he turns over the ball. He's very unclutch, folks. He cannot get it done in the clutch. When they're down one possession, he has the ball in his hands, he will turn it over. And once again, Urban Meyer can't put together a good team or can't coach a team at all. This Jaguars defense got exposed. We thought maybe this Jaguars defense was starting to get kind of good. 2 straight weeks of looking good. But then the 49ers dropped a 30-piece on them, and they floundered. So I don't even know what to call this game. I won't bet this game unless the value is immaculate, which I doubt it is. These are two really poor teams. I'll call this one Jaguars -1 just because they're at home. That's it. Jaguars -1. We'll see what Vegas puts it at. All right, then we get the Chargers at the Broncos here. Broncos not really buying that they're a great team or the real deal defensively, offensively, not really buying them. This Chargers team, though, Justin Herbert just got back established last week, and we absolutely loved it. Slinged the ball around, used his running game, which we knew he's a solid runner, not a dual-threat quarterback, but a little bit of a Ryan Tannehill-esque where, if you leave him open, he's going to take the lane, and he's going to make you regret it because Justin Herbert just ran 90 yards last week. So the Broncos, maybe they'll overplay the run, or maybe Brandon Staley gets involved with the offense a little bit and says, hey, I want this more in the game plan. I want this kind of exclusively in the game plan. We know Brandon Staley's aggressive, and this could be an aggressive move to be like, hey, Justin Herbert, start running a little bit more, because if they're not going to respect you, do you see what you can do? So it's going to be interesting to see what the Chargers do here offensively. I buy this Chargers team a lot more than I buy the Broncos. We're going to call this one Chargers -2.5. All right, then we get the Rams at the Packers, and this is going to be a great game. Maybe one of the best games of the week, honestly. Rams, high-profile team coming off of a bye. Packers coming off of a win, looking good. Or no, coming off of a loss against the Vikings, coming off of a win against the Seahawks. But this Packers team, Aaron Rodgers, obviously great. We don't have to question him. He's got his credentials. No worries. And then Aaron Jones could potentially be back this week as well. I saw him practicing the other day. Maybe he's good to go. Rams, OBJ, how is this affecting them? They're coming off of a loss, off of a bye. What is in OBJ's head? Is he ready to kind of go crazy and ruin this chemistry of the team? It's going to be really up to see this week. We're not going to put too much weight into the first game that OBJ played. It didn't look great. They tried to force him the ball, but now that he has himself established here, he's had a couple of weeks to learn over the plays and all that. Hopefully he's learned the offense and can just be a piece in the offense and not the A1 tier 1 must get the ball piece. But this Packers defense is real good as well, so this is going to be a great one. We're just calling this one Packers -3 right on the line. You get 3 points, or you get -3 points for being the home team. Packers at home, that's what we're calling it. 2 great teams. We'll see who wins. All right, then we get the Vikings at the 49ers, and we love this Vikings team. We believe they have turned a corner, but what is giving us a little bit of pause, hesitation of still buying this Vikings team 100%. We're at like 90% buyability with this Vikings team, but this Vikings team is still turning over the ball at the worst times, and we saw it at the win against the Green Bay Packers. We're trying to overlook it a little bit because they got the win overall, which is great, but we still can't fully put these turnovers out of of our mind and out of our thinking. So once this Vikings team cleans up the turnovers, we're all in. This 49ers defense is solid, the real deal. Jimmy Garoppolo's the right quarterback for this team. I don't want to hear any Trey Lance talk. I don't want to hear anything like that. It should be a good game. Vikings on the road here with all these turnovers. We may put the full believability in this Vikings team on pause a little bit, maybe a week. We'll call this one, I'm going to call this one 49ers -2. I'll give a little respect to the Vikings here by bringing down the line a point because I do believe the Vikings overall are a little bit better than the 49ers. So we'll call this one 49ers -2. We'll see what Vegas puts the bar at. Last two games, here we go. Last Sunday game, the Sunday night football game, Browns at Ravens. Oh, man. Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, good to go. So the Browns are going to be kind of at full strength offensively besides Baker Mayfield being a little knocked up a little bit, a little banged up. Ravens, hopefully Lamar Jackson's good to go. Hopefully he took this week and rested up. Hopefully it's not going to be like a true game time decision whether he plays or not. And this Ravens defense is looking real good like usual. I mean, they really won. The defense won them the game last week because the offense didn't get going until literally the last drive that won them the game. So Ravens here at home, division matchup, Browns, all of that. I like this Ravens team. This Browns team really has to establish that they can work well again. Kevin Stefanski has to start scheming this Browns team a little bit better. This Browns offense has been a little lackluster. There's some things you can attribute it to, you know, Nick Chubb not being in, Kareem Hunt not being in, Baker Mayfield being a little banged up a little bit, but we need Kevin Stefanski to bring back what this Browns team did so great last year, which was just have great team football, and they're fully healthy this week. We're going to call this one Ravens -4. We'll see if we get any great value. If it's like Browns +7, if we get anything over 7, I think we like the Browns here. We'll see what Vegas puts it at. All right, and then the Monday Night Football game, Seahawks at Washington. Seahawks struggling. Washington kind of finding their groove the last couple of weeks, offensively and defensively. Taylor Heineke said, hey, I am here. Let's rock. And they're trying to make a push for the playoffs at the end of the season. We'll see how that goes. So Washington -3 for being the home team. Are the Seahawks even better than Washington, folks? Can we even say that? I don't even think so. It should be. Just looking on paper, you should be like, well, the Seahawks should be like 7-3, and the Washington maybe 4-6, 5-5, something like that. So one of these teams is not like the other, just optically. And I'm just gonna call this one Washington -3. I'm gonna give a little credit to this Washington team and see what Vegas says about who is kind of the better team overall. Alrighty, now that we got all these lines predicted, let's head over and update these lines and see where we were right, where we were wrong. Are we on par with Vegas? Is Vegas being disrespectful? Are we being a little too generous? What do we got going on? So let's update these lines one more time. And then after this, folks, it's time for the 3-team parlay, and then we're getting out of here. So here we go. Let's react to these Week 12 lines. Here we go. The first matchup up here, Bucks at Colts, and we predicted this one, Bucks -5, and it's going to be Bucks -3. So once again, a full 6-point turnaround. You get 3 points for, or you get -3 points for being at home. So the Colts went from -3 to +3, a full 6-point swing. So once again, Vegas isn't truly buying this Colts team either. We only have to swallow 3 points here for the Bucks. Better value than what we were thinking. And I think a little bit of a sneak preview for our Black Friday spectacular betting. Bucks -3. I'm liking the value early, folks. We'll see. We make our official picks tomorrow on the show. All right, then we get the Jets at the Texans. We predicted this one at Texans -3, and it's Texans -2.5. All right, I don't love that Vegas gave a little bit more respect to the Jets, saying, hey, you know, they're a little better on a neutral field, half a point better than the Texans. I don't really agree with that. So right around what we were thinking, absolutely fantastic. Loving this Texans team, and I just am not buying Zach Wilson first game back. Maybe second game back, but not first game back, especially with this Texans team, a lot of momentum on their side. I mean, what momentum is that? Beating the Titans that nobody gave the Texans a chance to do? Texans -2.5. I think they're the real deal with Tyrod Taylor. Without him, no way. But they got him, so yes. All right, next game up, Eagles at Giants. We predicted this line at Eagles -6.5, and it's only Eagles -6, so even better value than what we were thinking. Fantastic. It's the division rival. Jeez Louise. Division rival, division matchup. So Eagles -3 here, loving it. I'm not buying this Giants offense. Why are we going to buy this Giants offense? Now that Daniel Jones has to listen to Freddie Kitchens, who's listening to Freddie Kitchens? No disrespect to the man, but to the coach, he can't coach. No way. So Eagles -3, I'm loving some of the value this week. Ooh, I'm loving value this week, folks. I'm loving it. All right, next game up here, Panthers at the Dolphins. We predicted this one at Dolphins -5, and whoa, disrespect, ding, 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 ding. Vegas is back on their bullshit, folks. Dolphins +2 at home when this defense has been excelling over the last 2 weeks, when Tua's being clutch as heck after coming off an 81% completion percentage performance, and you're giving them +2? Disrespect. This Panthers team, the defense is good. I'm not lying. The defense is solid. The best thing about this Panthers team, but it's Cam Newton, folks. He doesn't get it done. We see it. A lot of dink and dunk. The Dolphins will be able to disguise and smother whatever Cam Newton is thinking about doing. Javon Holland, the rookie safety for the Dolphins here, is playing out of his gourd these last 2 weeks. Dolphins +2. Sheesh. I'm loving the value this week. Vegas must be Black Friday dealing out here, because there's no way these lines should be all this appetizing. Vegas, they're giving out Black Friday specials, folks, and hey, I'll take advantage. I'm going to take advantage of a deal. Come on, give us the deal, and I'm going to take a deal. Give me a deal. Put me on deal or no deal. Deal. First deal. Give me the money. Deal. I'm getting all the deals this week, folks. All right, then we get the Titans at the Patriots. We predicted this one at Patriots -4.5, and wow, Patriots -7. Whoo, that's a strong line right there. That's a strong message right there. Vegas is sending. They got no faith, no viability in this Titans team, and I can't blame them. This is going to be interesting. This seems very tempting to take the Titans +7. This could potentially be a value too. Oh my goodness, I gotta sleep on the lines here, folks. I don't know what to make of this Titans Patriots game at Titans +7. That is appetizing as heck. Is that a sucker bet? It could be a sucker bet. Vegas might be sucker betting us here, and we may fall for the trap, folks. Man, oh man, Titans +7 is looking appetizing as heck. Oh my goodness. Woo! And y'all are liking it too. It's -115, folks. Right on the spread line is -110. The money is on the Titans +7. People are eating up that value. That's why the odds are a little bit worse overall. Alrighty. All right. Seems like y'all are falling for the trap. I might be in that trap with y'all. I'm loving it. All right. Then we get the Steelers at the Bengals. We predicted this line at Bangles -3.5, and it's Bangles -4. So exactly on our thinking once again right here. Bengals clearly the better team offensively, maybe not the clear better team defensively, but at the end of the day, the Steelers defense has really not been winning them the game and kind of truly taking advantage or taking over the game for their lackluster offense right here. We'll probably stay away from the spread because it's not any great value either which way. It could potentially be a 3-point game because division rival and all that. So probably we'll stay away from this one. This is probably the first value that we're not absolutely gushing over. All right, that's fine. We already got, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 games already that we'll gush over. That's all we need. All right, next matchup up here, Falcons at the Jags. Falcons at the Jags. We predicted this line at Jags -1, and it's going to be Jags +2. All righty, so Vegas is saying, yeah, Falcons are a clear-cut better team than the Jags. That's what our thinking was, but Vegas went above and beyond, and that's fine. This Falcons team, I think it can just beat the Jaguars just on their sheer experience alone, which is basically just Matt Ryan. He's the only one that really has a lot of experience for either of these two teams. But I'll probably stay away from it. I'm not going to bet on two bad teams when I've got great value all around me. We'll probably stay away from this one. All right, then we get the Chargers at the Broncos. We predicted this line at Chargers -2.5, and it's Chargers -2.5. Ding, 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 right on the money. Bingo, bango, love it. Not right under that 3-point hook, so absolutely love the value overall right here. And I just can't buy this Broncos team. We've given them the benefit of the doubt after the benefit of the doubt after the benefit of the doubt. This Chargers team, they were struggling up until last week where they got it going back offensively. We think they can keep it going here against this this Broncos team just not buying Teddy Bridgewater. He's just a little bit dink and dunk, and he's still not evolving and trusting his arm. I mean, if he trusted his arm, this Broncos team would be one of the best teams in the NFL. If he trusted his arm, which he should. I don't understand why Teddy Bridgewater doesn't trust his arm. He's got a real great deep ball, an accurate deep ball, but he loves the check down. He loves the dink and dunk. He lives for the dink and dunk. So until he stops, no viability in that Broncos team. All right, then we get the Rams at the Packers. Let's see what they put this line at. Rams at Packers here. Sheesh. We said just Packers -3, and it's wow. Packers +1? What is up with that? Really? Is there some big out for this Packers team that we're just not knowing about? For the Packers, what do we got here? Aaron Rodgers is questionable with the toe. Now, that could be it. The fractured toe. Vegas is playing heavy into that. David Bakhtiari is doubtful, not ready to come back just quite yet. Devontae Adams is questionable, potentially driving the line a little bit. What else we got? Jerry Alexander still out, but he's been out. So I guess they're kind of worried about the toe. Okay, a little bit of insight from Vegas. I would say they're worried about the toe. Alrighty, I didn't think the toe was going to be that big of a deal. I know Aaron Rodgers has said it's very painful. It's not COVID toe, it's just a fracture. So, man, wow. Alrighty. All right, we don't have to make our picks just quite yet, which is good because I don't know what to make of this one. I got to sleep on the toe. Am I buying the toe or am I selling the toe? We'll see tomorrow. All right, then we get the Vikings at the 49ers. We predicted this line at 49ers -2 when it's 49ers -3, right on the line. Okay, so they're saying both these teams are equally matched. I kind of agree. I was going to give the Vikings a little bit more love because we've been on them and just kind of fully bought into them as much as we can besides the turnover, folks. The turnovers are the glaring issue. Once they clean up the turnovers, this team is good. They just found out how to win close games. Now they need to clean up the turnovers, and once they do, this is a real deal legitimate team. Offensively, defensively, coaching, it's a good team overall, and they need to kind of be reckoned with. So Vikings +3, solid value. We could potentially take this as well. I'm loving some of the value this week, guys. Holy moly. Vegas, what are you doing? I think they're actively giving out Black Friday specials. This is crazy. All right, then here we go. Browns at the Ravens. We predicted this line at Ravens -4, and it's Ravens -4. Bing, bang, damn. We are on it this week, folks. Sheesh. Have we figured out the NFL? Do we officially have our fingers on the pulse? I mean, folks, you better buckle up because once we have our finger officially on the pulse, it's go time, baby. We're making money after money after money after money after money, and you're not going to want to miss out on that. It could start this week, folks. It already looks like it's starting this week. Holy cow. Ravens -4. Sheesh. And then the last game of the week, we get Seahawks at Washington. Real interested to see what Vegas puts this line at. We'll call it Washington -3. Are we going off on another bingo bango right on the money? No. Washington -1.5. So Vegas is still buying the Seahawks. Okay. But they have to go into Washington. This defense is kind of getting it figured out a little bit. How many points did they give up last week? Oh, only about like 20, right? To the Panthers? 21. I mean, this team has held teams under 21 or less points 3 straight weeks. It was like 21, 19 against the Bucks. And then I want to say it was like 15, 14, 13. Let me go back 2 weeks here. 19 in week 10 against the Bucks, and then the week before that, they also held their opponent to a bye. The week before the bye, what do they do? What did they do the week before the bye? Denver, 17 points. They lost that game, but the defense overall got it done. Only held them to 17 points. So overall, this Washington defense is getting it done. This Seahawks offense is still struggling. I don't think there's any viability in the Seahawks team just quite yet. So we'll see what we do. So Vegas, that's where we're at, folks. Really solid lines right here, some great value, and we'll come at you live tomorrow with our official picks on what we're doing this week. But now let's talk turkey, folks. Let's talk some mother-loving turkey, shall we? We've got 3 games on tonight, and we're taking something from every single game this week, folks. We're doing it. Or every single game tonight, and we're going to have our exclusive 3-team parlay that we're going to roll into a 6-team parlay this Friday, folks. It's going to be great. So here we go, our Thanksgiving Day special. Our first ever Takes by Fans Thanksgiving Day 3-team parlay special. Are y'all ready to make some turkey? Are y'all ready to make some money, some greens? Here we go. First game up here, Bears at the Lions, and this line has dropped a half a point, unfortunately. But we're going to take Lions plus 2.5, lock it in. If you get 3, that's better value, obviously. Let's see, why did this line drop half a point? Everybody just on the Lions here, not buying Matt Nagy. No Allen Robinson for this Bears team. No, thank you. Matt Nagy should be fired after this game. I'm assuming that Jared Goff is kind of good to go officially now, since kind of the line is moving down a little bit from the Lions. He was a little bit questionable, but I think he's good to go. Damn, and CeeDee Lamb is out tonight. Did not clear concussion protocol, is out. Truly unfortunate. What do we got here? We got anything else here by this Detroit Lions inactives? What do we got? Trey Flowers inactive. David Blow inactive. So Jared Goff is good to go this week, and we're still going to take the Lions plus 2. They're at home. This is the time to win. National primetime television on Turkey Day. The Lions have been literally knocking and clawing and scratching till their fingers bleed on the door of a win. They've been close a lot, folks. This Bears team, they're rocking with Andy Dalton. I'm not rocking with Andy Dalton. I'm not rocking with Matt Nagy. No Allen Robinson. What are we doing? Lions plus 2.5. Loving it. All right, then we get the Cowboys at the Raiders, and we just heard that CeeDee Lamb is out, but I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about this Cowboys offense. I'm here for the Walk of Fame defense, folks. That is it. That's why I'm here, the Walk of Fame defense. Show me the defense. I'll turn the game off when the Cowboys are on offense. I don't need to see it. I know it's going to be good. I don't need to see it. I'm ready for my front row ticket, front row seat. Everybody's going to be watching the Walk of Fame defense, the entire nation, folks. Cowboys at home, middle game of a 3-game slate. Walk of Fame defense is ready to show out in all of America on one of the biggest days in America, folks. Cowboys minus 7.5. Loving the value right here. Just not buying this Raiders offense. I mean, it's unfortunate. We saw some glimpse of hope for this Raiders team, but over the last 3 weeks, they've just lost. And Derek Carr is turning over the ball, and they're just not able to get the same offensive production without Henry Ruggs. It's unfortunate here for the Raiders, but Cowboys ready to kind of make up for last week's unfortunate offensive production performance. The Cowboys defense was still great last week, folks. Don't kind of, Cowboys lost. They were trash last week against the Chiefs team. The Cowboys, they can't beat a good Chiefs team. Well, they kind of did defensively. Held them to only 19 points. Held them to 3 points in the second half. Forced 2 turnovers by Patrick Mahomes. Come on. Derek Carr is begging for you to take over the ball here every single week the last 3 weeks. Multiple turnovers in the fourth quarter, in the clutch times, all that. Cowboys minus 7.5. We didn't want to swallow 7.5, but overall, we believe the defense gets it done, and we're going to stick with the Cowboys minus 7.5. Alrighty, and then the last game of the night, folks, we got a little bit of a special right here. Something that we've never done this season, folks. We are going to take... And look at this. People are betting Raiders plus 7.5. We just had the odds change to Cowboys minus 7.5 at now minus 105 instead of minus 110. So people are betting the Raiders. I don't think that's the right side, but we'll see. But here we go to the Bills-Saints game. The first time we're doing this year. We really don't ever talk about the overs, unders, anything like that. We never really bet them, but that's what we're doing today, folks. I don't know what we're getting with this Bills team. I just don't. So I'm going to play the safer side and take the over. Why is the over the safer side? Because whatever way you slice it, it should hit better than whatever the spread line is. If the Bills are going to come out and be like the Bills that everybody thinks that they can be, which is good offensively, defensively, if the Bills come out and be great, then they'll put up a lot of points. Fantastic. They could potentially put up 45 points themselves. Potentially. Also, when the Saints, they've been kind of down bad a little bit these last 3-4 games right here, and then they'll put up like a lot of points, 10 to 20 points in the fourth quarter. They've done it before. So if we get the Bills good, the over should hit because the Bills will be putting up points, and then the Saints, they'll be putting up points in the fourth quarter over 45.5, or over 45 now. I had it marked down at 45.5. Better value. Love it. So, and then if the Bills are bad, then the Saints will take advantage and score the points and will be able to out offensive perform the Bills. We just saw the Bills give up 40 points to the Colts. Why? A little bit had to do with all the turnovers. So if the Bills are still turning over the ball, the Saints will be in great field position to score points and hopefully touchdowns over field goals, and they'll be able to maybe single-handedly cover the 45 points. So whichever Bills team we're getting, we're safer with taking the over instead of just taking a side here, plus 6.5, minus 6.5. We don't know what we're getting with the Bills. Hopefully the Saints offense opens it up. It's the late game here on Thursday on Thanksgiving. Let Trevor Siemian go to work. No Alvin Kamara. Let the man go to work passing the ball. We're going to take the over here, over 45 points. So our official 3-team parlay Thanksgiving Day turkey extravaganza. We got Lions plus 2.5, Cowboys minus 7.5, and the Bills Saints game over 45 points, folks. Alrighty, that's gonna do it for us today, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for just being here, folks. Thanks for being here. Love it. Go enjoy your turkey day. I've taken enough of your time. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna enjoy the full day of football, and we're gonna be cashing in while we're eating turkey. What better is there to do on Thanksgiving? Making money and eating turkey. Sheesh, folks. We're out of here. Back live tomorrow. Probably around noon Eastern. We'll be back here at some time. Stick around. Just keep our channel up. We'll be alive at some point tomorrow. But we'll break down all the Thanksgiving days. We'll make our official Week 12 picks for the Sunday slate of action, and we'll go over the NBA, that what happened today as well. Alrighty, folks. We're out of here. Have a great one. We'll see you. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy